What's up, you guys? Welcome back to List Talks Vibes, or welcome if this is just your first time watching, listening to this, however you're intaking this podcast, this episode. It's more than just a talk, you know what I'm saying? It's a vibe, it's a whole ass vibe. So, it's actually really warm today. I love it too much. It's warm in the room though. Hopefully, my camera doesn't get overheated a little bit too fast, but the past couple of episodes have been not short either. At first, I tried to make them like an hour long because that's usually how like podcasts are just like a little bit longer, but it's also just myself, which on some topics I could go on, and I do find myself repeating myself a lot, which repetition is key. But, I don't want to bore you guys or anything like that. So it's just like speaking just the good vibes that I need to speak. And you know what I'm saying? No, but I did do... I didn't even ask you guys. How are you guys feeling? How are you guys feeling today? If nobody has asked you how you're feeling, if you even haven't asked yourself how you are feeling, how are you feeling? Take a moment. Embrace those feelings. If they're bad, let them go. But we want to feel good. We want to feel positive. Have you said any affirmations today? Comment down below. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can comment down below a positive affirmation, your favorite positive affirmation, one of your daily positive affirmations, or just a positive affirmation that you said today. Let's help each other out with some positive affirmations. But yeah, I did do, so like for the topics and stuff, I mainly talk about what I've experienced, or just like, topics that like I really want to talk about. And you guys might fuck with them. Some of you guys might not, but it is what it is. No. But I like speak on what I kind of want to speak on and stuff like that. But let me know, comment down below what topics you guys want me to speak on. I also want to listen to you guys, what you guys want to hear. Well, I don't know if that fucking made sense. But I want to know what you guys want to hear, So comment down below any topics you guys want me to talk about. Or just, hey, if you had an experience, what my opinions on it or something like that, I only speak my opinions, my experiences, what I think, what I feel, what I'm saying. And just because, we all go through different things, but we experience some things the same, like there's some things we can relate on, and today's topic, I did, it's because I did like a little poll thingy. I think it's called a poll. Or just, like I put the little question thingy on my Instagram to see what topics you guys wanted me to talk about. And a lot of people always say, like healing, mental health, anxiety, depression, like, those type of topics. And I don't think I have done any video on any of those topics just because I don't know why I haven't, but I've been wanting to. And it's like I feel like because I try to like, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna talk about mental health today. That's today's topic. I'm no expert on it, you guys. I'm not like a fucking doctor. I'm not a psychologist or any shit like that, but I'm going to talk about my experiences, what I think about it, and just stuff like that. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about mental health. And I wanted to talk about this topic, but I just feel like it's so like, people just... people, you're not going to please anybody. Well, you're not going to please everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of wanted to make it not right, but like, just say the right things. But there isn't no right or wrong thing, to be honest. It's what I think, my experience, and, just if I can help you guys, like if my experience can help any of you, you know what I'm saying? That's great. Like, that's kind of what I'm trying to do here, just like, this is a peaceful zone, you know what I'm saying? This is a little peaceful community. I really do want to help you guys. I mean, this is why I speak the good vibes, it's just like some advice, some motivation, some inspiration, some relatable thing. You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like it's been recently that I've actually been like, I recently, like started searching up like, about mental health and just like learning a little bit more about it, because I kind of tried avoiding it, because to be honest, people make it seem like it's a bad thing. Well, maybe not now. It's like, getting more normalized. Like, it's normal to talk about mental health. Like, there's nothing bad about it, like we have our physical health, but we have our mental health. Like, our mental health, your physical health is like physical. Your mental health, it's literally your mental health, your psychological well-being, your emotional well-being, and that's like serious stuff. And I feel like people didn't take it as serious a couple years ago, or they took it kind of serious, but it's just like, oh, you need help immediately. Like, you need these antidepressants or some shit like that, like just trying to like put a little band-aid on it, you know what I'm saying? Or just like saying it's like this whole badass thing, and it's like, so that's how like I kind of thought about it. I was like, oh, mental health, like I don't even want to talk about it, like it's like I don't want nothing to do with it, because just people made it seem like it was something really bad, like there was like mental illnesses. Well, there is mental illnesses and all these things, and it's just like mental. It's like, I don't know if you guys feel like this or felt like this as well, but that's kind of how I felt about it. And I didn't fucking like, I was like, mental health, like what the fuck is that, like it's just, and looking back now, I feel like I would avoid it, and I wouldn't, wasn't my emotional health, well-being, my psychological well-being wasn't the greatest, a couple years ago. It was actually really bad, and I was just trying to, just not be associated with it, because your mental health, like, you guys, it's literally, like, I just think about it like it's your head, like, it's like how you think about what you think about, how you think about things, and just like your emotions, your feelings, and I honestly would try to just numb all of that and just not really pay attention to it. So I really never paid attention to it. Just wasn't like something, I don't know, I just didn't think about it, and now it's like I said, it's normal to talk about. And I was drinking a lot, and that was like how I would numb myself, so obviously I was just completely lost, and I just kept losing myself. You know what I'm saying? Getting fucked up and just doing all this shit. And I, at that time, I never thought, even people now, like they really feel like partying, drinking, and all this stuff, like, isn't a bad thing. Like, it's okay. It's like socially acceptable and all these things. And it's like, okay, but like, literally think about it. Like, you think it's okay to be drinking like all that much, to be doing like all these drugs and stuff like that, like that's not good for your mental health, especially in the long run. You're just fucking yourself up for the long run. You might be getting hyphy and all this shit for a short time, but it's not helping you out in the long run. And at that time, like, I didn't even think about it like that. Like, I didn't even think like, oh, I'm sipping a little bit too much, or, like, I just literally kept wanting to get numb. And it wasn't till like after, once I like quit doing everything, I was sober for like a little bit. It's because there was just, it was some crazy times. And once I like stopped doing everything, there was nowhere else to go, like I was escaping. And when you're sober, it's like like, I was like, there's nowhere to go. Like, I can't escape now, and I was just present. I was present with myself. I was confronting myself. And that's when I like realized, okay, I didn't feel okay. And I like looked okay from the outside, but I didn't feel okay in the inside, you guys. Like, I did not feel fine at all. It was just like, I don't know, like, I was just all over the place and I was lost. I wasn't connected to myself. I just literally, like, that's when I knew, okay, my emotional well-being is not okay. Just my mental health was literally not okay. And that's when I started searching more about it, seeing what it is, and like, just because, like, you guys can go ahead, like, I mean, I don't even know to like what degree to go, or like when it's good to go. But I mean, like, if you guys think like you need help, you can go ahead and get professional help, and that's fine, like, go get it. But when you do, just keep in mind that it's up to you though. Like, they can help you and all this stuff, but that's just like helping. You have to have literally the courage, and you have to truly want to accept that help and get it, and just like work with it and all this stuff. But it's, at the end of the day, it's all on you, because you can get all this help and everything, but nobody really knows how you feel. Nobody knows how you think, so it's just like nobody else can really get into your head. It's just you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing too that keep in mind, because it is all on, it's not all on you. Well, it's like on you. I don't even know if I'm making sense. It's on. I'm still going with that's on you. No. Well, it's kind of is on you, because you have the power. You have the power to change. You have the power to change your thoughts. And change starts with you. You guys, when you're lost, you're literally like not connected to yourself, And that's when I started learning more about those things too. And, I was just like searching and searching and searching. And once you start towards, trying to like fix yourself, recover, once you're working towards recovery, towards recovering yourself, finding yourself again, that's healing. And we all have trauma, small trauma, big trauma, whatever it is is trauma. And we go through different traumatic events. We all experience traumatic events, and we all take it differently. We can experience traumatic events, but well, some, we get the trauma and some don't. We all take it differently. We all take traumatic events differently. And traumatic events, that's what happens, Trauma is literally what happens inside of you because of those traumatic events. And you want to heal that because you guys want to live a happy, peaceful life. And you don't want that trauma inside of you to prevent you from doing certain things, to prevent you from being connected to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it's a process. Healing is a process. It really is. And you have to put in the work. You have to really want to heal and always remain positive, because you don't want to be thinking negative, and just like you always just want to remain positive, you guys. Just positive. Like if you're having some, I don't know, scenario or feeling in your head, just think positive. Like that has like you guys, like if you're thinking something negative, feeling something, like just saying positive things out loud will make a huge difference. Changing your thoughts, thinking something positive, immediately changes everything. And that's where, you should start thinking about it right now. Like, if your mental health ain't okay, like, how are you really treating yourself? Fuck how others are treating you. That, fuck whatever they say and all this stuff. How are you treating yourself? If they're treating you like shit, if other people are treating you bad and negative, that's because they treat themselves bad and negative. Hold on, my voice. I feel like it's getting dry already. And you want to treat yourself positive. You want to treat yourself right. And you just want to love yourself. That's literally where it all starts. Self-love, dude. Like, I literally believe that that's where it all starts, because you want to love yourself. You want to think positive about yourself. You want confidence. Self-care, taking care of yourself. Nobody knows how you feel. Nobody really knows how, bad you want things or anything like that. And nobody's really going to take care of you like you. And once it depends, like why your mental health ain't the best right now. There's millions of things that have, maybe like caused it, triggered it, and traumatic events and all this stuff. So just try different things, First, like I said, put yourself first, choose you, love yourself, take care of yourself. And then, you will literally attract like all those things back. You guys, like, I tried hella things, like, of what could, just like put me in a better mood, trying out different, I don't know, like hobbies or something like that, just finding something that like really brings you peace, doing stuff that really brings you peace, and just like journaling has really helped me, because if you depends what's going on, in your head or anything like that. Like if you just have all these thoughts and you like overthink, journaling is great. Just getting all your thoughts down, just writing literally everything, whatever it is that you want to write. You could try out drawing. That's another way of like expressing your feelings, just finding things you can do to express yourself. And just experiment with whatever it is, anything. I don't know, just going on. It's different for everybody. It's really different for everybody on how you can, because, and it's also, don't think like, oh, this is going to like, I'm going to recover immediately. It's all a process. It's literally all a process. Healing is a whole process, because, you might heal from like some traumatic event, but then something else might happen. It's just all a process, you guys. It really is. And that's where like I'm standing on it right now. Like now I don't really mind talking about it. My camera turned off. I don't know why I let you guys know. I always tell you guys when it turns off, but just to like let you guys know. But it's just too, because I don't really remember. Well, I kind of remember like where I left off, but it's not like I'm gonna, like, I don't know. What if I don't remember and I'm talking about some whole different ass shit. But I was like on where I am now with it, on like mental health. Like I take it serious now, and I feel like everybody should. Don't think it's anything bad. I used to think it was something like bad. Like. So, like they think just like if you just talk about mental health, people immediately think like, oh, like something's wrong with you, and nothing is wrong with you. If your mental health isn't the greatest right now, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. There's a lot of us going through the same thing. You are not alone, and you got this, like you can do it, and it's just all baby steps. Don't feel pressured either. That was like one thing with me too. I was just like, I just want to like be better now, like I want to feel better, like something's wrong with me, but like I don't know what is really wrong with me, but you really have to sit, you guys. Like I suggest journaling, I suggest meditating, and just sitting there with you, just having you time, really seeing what's up with you, what's up in here, talk to yourself. Do not think that's anything weird. Talking to yourself is great. Getting in front of a mirror, talking to your inner child, like maybe, you know what I'm saying? It's just try different things, some things might not work for you, some things might. But if your mental health isn't the greatest right now, if you are drinking, quit the alcohol, quit the drugs, quit the weed. That's not going to help you. Like, yeah, I burn. I don't burn like that anymore. I used to burn a lot. I'll probably make an episode on this, separate episode. I don't want to get too into it on this one. But, I used to be like, okay, I'm not feeling my best, like I'd get all like, anxious or a little bit, I'd be like, oh, let me just take a hit and I'll feel more relaxed. That's me depending on weed. If you're the same, you're just depending on weed. I used to be the same with alcohol. Be like, oh, let me just take a little sip, just to relax, just to like loosen up. That's like a whole different ass spirit than entering your body, and just let those things go. They are not helping you at all. Like I said, yeah, I burn it now, but it's not because I'm depending on it. It's not to escape, it's not to get more creative. I barely burn now, and you need to quit those things. I didn't realize it at that time, but when I was at my worst, like my mental health was shit, is when I was doing drugs, was when I was drinking alcohol and smoking all this weed. Because you're not present, you're not you. You're not dealing with yourself, you're literally just fucking up your mental health. You're getting numb, you're not feeling anything, you're not, feeling these feelings, and if it's any bad feelings, just letting them go. You're just like holding it off until then you like burst and you just, like you hit rock bottom, like, you know what I'm saying? And you want to avoid that. So I suggest you quit doing those things if your mental health isn't the greatest right now. It's just like with the smallest things. Cleaning your room, cleaning your car, cleaning your whole space, you guys, will make you feel so much better. I've, you know, I've I've always been into like cleaning, but when like when I wasn't feeling the greatest, like when my mental health was trash, you just don't want to do anything, and you just let everything pile up, and that makes it even worse. There was times where like I didn't even clean my room, I didn't even want to do my bed, and that just makes it all worse. It just, and that's the truth. Like, even when like, not to judge anybody, but when you go into like people's cars and it's like if they have a messy ass car, like, you know what I'm talking about, when people be having a mess in their car, it's like, bro, your life is probably a mess, and you want to start off with those things and just clean your whole space, clean your room, clean your car, and that will make you feel just better. Like, you guys, trust me, it will make you feel so much better. Like, you'll just feel like something is right, and start off by there, start off with like small things, just, small progress. It's not gonna happen overnight. Like I said, healing is a whole process, and just remain positive. Like I said, now with mental health, let's like normalize talking about it some more, especially with men. I feel like there's this thing where like if men like talk about their feelings, it's like, like that's only a girl thing, like only girls talk about their feelings, men have to be strong and like all this stuff. And it's like, no, like we all have our mental health that we need to take care of and that we need to maintain. It's great, like talking to others, yeah, but I feel like you should be like, if there's anything I want to talk about, I can talk to myself. Just talking to yourself, like in front of a mirror, it just helps a lot. Like if there's something you need to get out, let it out. Like literally just talk to yourself. You might feel like you might want to talk to somebody else, but it's like, I feel like when you want to talk to somebody else, that's because you're kind of looking for advice, or just some validation or something like that, like, but just try talking to yourself first, with however you're feeling, and talking to your inner child. Like, just remember that how you talk to yourself, it's kind of like, you don't want to scream at yourself. You don't want to scream at your inner child. You don't want to talk shit to yourself, to your inner child. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Now it's like, I take my mental health seriously, and I suggest you should too. People just think like about their physical health, how they look from like the outside, it's like you have a cut, whatever, but like you might have a couple cuts inside, like there's something is not right. And yeah, just think like, if you're not feeling your greatest, that's how I used to feel. Like I didn't know what it was, like I didn't know it was my mental health, but I just like say to myself, like, I don't feel right, like, like I don't feel good inside. It's not like I was sick, but then honestly, that leads to like real symptoms like sickness, what I'm saying? So that's why you want to heal yourself from the inside. You want to take care of yourself inside, how you're thinking about yourself and just treating yourself. Like I said, that's where it all starts, you guys. Self-love, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I covered all the points. That's just like, also, like I told you guys a little bit about my, just like how I thought about mental health and how I think about it now. It's nothing bad, And you guys are not alone. Talk to yourselves, okay? You guys are literally, you're never really alone. You have your soul, your inner child, your spirit. You know what I'm saying? You guys have me. Comment down below any other topics you guys want me to talk about. How's your mental health right now? Talk to me. We could talk down in the comments below. Let's help each other out. Let's be here for each other. Don't forget to talk good vibes to yourself and talk good vibes to other my peeps. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.